This is the best daily market recap for Thursday, April 21st, 2021. Let's go.
Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at EXPI Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market cap for Thursday, April 21st, 2022. I'm going to start here in the Discord room, as always. If you want, link is in the description below. Please join. I'm going to pat myself on the back here for a second, talking about how tech has been lagging. If you'd like to watch this video, it came out in December. But the video I'm most proud of and hope people saw was on yesterday. Beware of the commodity weakness to come. I will post the link up here in the corner for you guys. I hope people were paying attention because there's a lot of stuff going on, and I don't know if we're in a long-term bear market, but at least tech is acting like such, because we're definitely getting this choppy action that's sloppy. Again, if you have questions, you're not familiar with what the hell I'm talking about, please check out the Discord room. All the information is in these side channels, so when you get to the money-making room, you'll see all these other rooms. I also put alerts and trades, have all the daily market recaps, volume price analysis, Jesse Livermore stuff, big fan of. Again, there's always a little bit of real estate in there as well. Again, if you have any questions, link is in the description below. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. As always, Bitcoin. Not that excited about today's action. We tested the range hot, this old December low, and we're long wicking. Beware, folks. I am, again, not really bearish or bullish long term in the sense of near term on this stuff. But I think Bitcoin, if it becomes liquidated, it's just like gold. I mean, I love gold long term, but gold's getting liquidated because when there's margin calls, everything gets sold. There's nothing safe in a liquidity shutdown, basically, other than cash. And cash is king. Puts shorting, selling covered calls is king. The VIX can be very risky. Again, I don't think Bitcoin is as defensive in mind as most people like to think. I think it's kind of a half and half, retail, half long-term trade, meaning retail is in the average person who might be buying it is just, I don't know, I'd say the best way to describe it is a trader, someone who just has no conviction, no understanding, and on any down move, they'll puke it up. On that note, let's get into the charts because there's a lot going on today. And also, what was the consistency? Steel stocks. Want to talk about those. We'll add those in there today. Thanks, SJ. Value friend in the message board. Wow. I'm not going to get into XOP right off the start, but look at that candle. Big red moaner. All right, TLT. Put out a note this morning. It said, watch for the gap to fill. I mean, if you want, I feel like people sometimes think I just say this stuff, but let's go to the videotape. I'll just show you what I was looking at in the TLT, because hopefully you could see it earlier. I didn't, like, again, when I dropped the chart, it was dropping, but see this gap here? Hopefully you can see it now when you look at it. That was the time to buy if you were looking at it in like the low 19s. I mean, I think 119, I think the low was 119.17. The gap fill was 119.20 something. Again, I think money is going to have to rotate into the bond market. Everybody is bearish bonds. Everybody's expecting the Feds to hike rates. This rant, I do it all the time. The market priced in 7 rate hikes. The 10-year Treasury went from 1.25 to almost 3%. This move, statistically, if you would try to predict it in December, was a 1 out of like almost a million potential move, because the bond market wasn't going to move that much. But there's some factors that I think played out, because I think a lot of people were buying the TLT as a hedge for the SPY dropping and chopping, and they got liquidated. I think that's what happened here. Ultimately, everybody who bought TLT as a hedge actually got liquidated. So it is what it is. And so it went stronger and further than it probably should have, but sometimes that's what the market does. That's why you have stops. That's why you have to be careful. That's why you have to be smart, and you have to always be aware of what's going on. Talked about riding the lightning was bad. OPEX blew it out. That probably cleared out all the position mistakes in the market, and look what's happening. I feel like we're bottoming. I think rates are actually going to go lower in the near term, because again, if commodity, as I've talked about, if money comes out of the commodity market, has to go somewhere. It's not going to tech. Tech sucks. I've been telling people this for months now. Do not buy tech for the long term. trade it, whatever, but please do not invest in tech for the long term, because inflation puts pressure on valuations. They can't borrow money as cheaply. They don't have dividends. They're completely dependent on the economy being great. Deflationary times, we are not in those. Tech is a no hold long term. It's a buy and trade only. That's my rant. If you wanted to talk tech, who was asking? I think it was XM. Oh, again, if you ask questions, I'll give you shout outs. Yeah, I think it was Xavier SM. Anyway, bullish wise, no, not really looking at bullish stuff at the moment. We'll get into some stuff later though. Yeah, dollar, we talked about, like, you're going to struggle up here in the 27s, low 26s or upper 26s. This is the monthly channel high. You can see it very obviously. I don't think the dollar is going higher, but look at the action here today. If money comes out of commodities, maybe it goes into the dollar, even though, again, I think long term the dollar, just like all commodities, are going to have problems, but king dollar until it's not king dollar. Just keep that in mind. The VIX. Oh, your boy put out an alert on this one again. Here we go. Alerts and trades. I'm doing this because I feel like some people aren't paying attention, and if you want to pay attention, get in the Discord room. Talked about it near 20. It was like, now you're going to probably get a pop in the VIX. People were, thought long, and I was like, hey, if you study the past, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do this again because I think people need to see this. There were times where the VIX, and this is when I started trading, it was always in the 18, 16, like low potential, but stayed pretty high. It stayed in the 20s range for a long period of time because tech was getting distributed and the market was inflationary. Like, there was inflation going on. It was one of those things. So if you're not careful and you don't study the past, you have no fucking clue what's going on, stuff is going to seem pretty wild. So anyway, just please be careful. Please, 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 please be careful. The VIX spike, don't chase and short the market right this minute. Wait for pops. People talk about, oh, when are you going to short Apple? When are you going to short AMD? I'll wait for pops. And we'll get into the SPY next, because I put this out. I put this out this morning. I said, waiting for the 100-day. I missed the trade. I'm going to tell you guys straight up, I missed the trade because I personally thought we'd go a little higher. And then I got distracted, and then I didn't want to chase, and I thought we'd hit the 50-day. Again, or 100-day, sorry, 100. Look at that. I don't know how people can be bullish. And again, the market is really good at confusing people. That's why when everybody's saying, oh, head and shoulders bottom on the Qs, I'm stating this first. I'm going to state it again. When the monthly says you got fucking problems, don't look at the daily for solutions, y'all. This is dangerous. Big up action, 20-month, long wicks, lower highs. That is not bullish. Now, again, if anyone asks me, oh, is this long-term bullish on Qs? Look at the levels. In one day, you took out you took out like 7 or 8 days of chop. This isn't bullish action, man. This is not bullish action. And if this does not hold here, again, it could hold and chop for weeks here. Don't take that off your plate either. But if this breaks, tech is going to get slammed, because look at the monthly. Stop having tunnel vision to the near term. Please, please don't have tunnel vision. Zoom out. Start. Why do you think I show so many monthly charts? Because that's where the most power is. That's what the big dogs play off of. The little kids play off the minute charts. The big dogs are talking about monthly, longer term trades, things where you can put significant amount of money into. You cannot put significant amount of money into day trading and short term time frames, because your risk is exponentially higher than something that's a longer term trend. Keep that in mind. Stop thinking like a small fish. You'll see, like, the short-term trading can be lucrative, but it's much riskier. Smart money is not risky. It's very risk averse. That's why they buy housing. That's why they use tax write-offs. They do all sorts of things to alleviate risk and loss. They do it smartly, and they're patient. If you're not patient, markets are going to be hard. IWM, tricky. Couldn't get over the 20-day, gapped over it and closed at the lows, bearish as fuck. Now, again, doesn't mean necessarily it couldn't chop here. But you need to get over the 20-day. And if this action gets worse, it could fucking open the door. And when I say open the door, I mean like Hodor, like open the door to get crushed. Again, it's April. It's earnings season. It might be a little more difficult. Time is going to play out. Chop. God, I sound like a fucking broken record. Pointed this out. The 2011 high. Watch out. Tested it. Closed at the low. Said professional gap. Goodbye. Well, hey, you're holding the 20-day. Here's my problem for my gold bull friends. If you know me well, you know I'm a long-term Uber Bull. I am the Uber Bull of Uber Bulls. I picked the bottoms and was in trading this stuff for 20 years. I was the one calling the bottoms down here in the Head and Shoulders monthly when it was happening. Don't get it twisted that I'm not a long-term bull. I promise. However, I hate this action because I want to wipe out the weak hands. If you want to see this go higher, shake out weak hands. Clearly, people are distributing this candle. Clearly, we're retesting the highs and we fail. If you don't study the past, again, you don't know the future. Let's go back in the time machine. I don't have it on here. I have to do it on TradingView. Just be aware. In the early 2000s, when tech peaked and was dropping, gold got very choppy. It held the lows, but it did not break out until it took like 18 months for it to bottom. And like it just got sideways. And again, I think that's what gold's going to do. I don't know if it's going to take 18 months. It really depends on what the Feds do. But I anticipate second quarter weakness. I repeat that over and over and over since the second quarter started. Beware. Look where it's gone. Chop. We tested a high. Now again, people were all bullish. The sentiment was wrong. This was all wrong. I love to climb the wall of worry. When everybody loves something and this action happens, you run. You run far away. You get out of the way because you know idiots are going to lose money. That's the one assumption you should always have in your head. Idiots will lose money. If you're doing what the dumbasses are doing, you're going to lose money. So when I look around in a trade and I feel like the action doesn't precipitate easy, stupid money chasing, then I feel comfortable. When I am not, you just got to be aware of your circumstances. It's like being a hunter. You're in your surroundings. You know what's going on around you. Sorry to rant on gold, but that's the legit. I mean, we talked about the miners. We're going to get into silver. Silver looks like shit, y'all. This is not ideal action. Lower high, novice gap, professional gap, wham. We're below the 50-day. Now, again, where do you want it to come back to? Pray it comes back to 20. Pray this long term bottom just holds and buy the shit out of it. Go crazy. I will be doing it. So that's why I'm not like holding back. It'll be awesome. It's not holding up well. Silver should be higher. I'm sorry. GDX, finally. This is so hard to pick tops, and this is why you have to pick zones. You see this blue zone? It's there for a fucking reason. And I said, you got to get over this to be bullish. And what happened? We could not get over it. I know people are getting so excited. I'm like, man, everybody's bullish, and this action doesn't have the volume. Big money is not following through. Big money clearly started distributing here. They created a bull trap. Professional gap. Slam. Gone. All right. People are like, oh, I need to buy. I need to trade it. Leave it the fuck alone. You need a time correction or a price correction. The price correction is probably going to be deeper. If it's going to be deeper than a time correction. If it's time, it chops out. If it's a price correction, then you should actually expect pain. And when I say pain, expect a lot of pain, because that's what price corrections do. They shake out all the weak hands. Before something's going to lift, it's got to crush out idiots. And when I say idiots, it's not people listening to this video. It's not people on the Discord room. It's the average idiot on stock twits, the novice trader who reads headlines, who pays attention to Kramer, who listens to the news as certainty. Those are the people that need to get wiped out, because they're going to be the ones who at the bottom, when they read the news headlines, gold's done, gold's toast, end of the world, they're the ones selling. Those are the people we buy from, and that's who we sell to at the highs. I hope people understand that, and I repeat these tendencies and probabilities. You have to be aware. GDXJ, again, we talked about this. Filling the gap. That pink is gaps for me if you're ever watching. Gaps are old. Pink. Look what happened. Filled the gap. Gapped up. Closed at the lows. Then you professionally gapped the next day. 2-day range. Another professional gap. This is not bullish. This is absolutely not bullish. And the near term, again, if it pops, you probably should be looking to liquidate. And if it just drops, well, congratulations. We're holding this little trend. It's clear as day. The seasonality, I sound like a broken record, but people got to pay attention to this stuff, man, because as I review it, it just seems so obvious to me. But people who are newer, people need to hear this repetitively. Seasonality, it matters. It absolutely matters. Fund flows and seasonality matter. Gold stay away from it for the next couple quarters or for the next couple months. Wait for the June bottom. I promise you, if it starts the quarter at the high and closes at the low, it will get liquidated for end of quarter window dressing and selling. Trust me. Stick around. Stop by the Discord room. I'll explain it more. AEM. We talked about this. Tussed in this old trend line. Bam. Slam. Another professional gap. They all look the same. That's why I was saying beware. This was actually my biggest tell. AG. This stock is one of the most leveraged to silver names out there. It got into this blue box and absolutely rejected every time. Long wick, up in it, boom. Look what happens. Failed. Now at the 200-day. People talking about buying calls. Do so at your own risk. I would not buy a single call on a single miner on any of these for now, because guess what? I'm not going to be the person who's trying to pick a bottom off of that high. Now, again, when I pick bottoms, it's usually near lows. I hope people realize that. It's not at highs. It's not right off the high. Especially when the technicals are broken or near-term things don't make sense. Again, that's why you got to pay attention to what's going on in the market. There's a lot of stuff going on. That's why I'm trying to keep people informed. And if you don't watch these videos fully, I guarantee you're missing out on something. PAAS. Oh, the commodity war now leads to commodity pain short-term. Again, these stocks need nice runs, pulling back. Same thing. X. All right, y'all. Again, what did we say? The 200 month. It's like the broken record video. These got to be long because I think people need to hear this. We said watch out for the 200 month. Notice how, again, zooming back to the monthly to start the exit of my trade, we had great entries. Actually, we got in here right at the 20 month. Got around 18, 19, even 20. Rode the sucker up to 35 to 38 level. Got out. Not shorting it, but could have. Look what I said. Watch the 20-day. 20-day broke, and look what happens. The dam opens. Wait. I have this blue box here. I would love to see this in the low 30s to upper 20s. And again, it all depends on the market. We have to be aware of where the market's going to bottom, if it is bottoming in the near term, before we decide on our trades. VALE. Again, we talked about this. Repeating patterns. This typically makes lower lows before bottoming and higher highs. What did it do? It made higher gap, novice gap, higher high, novice gap, then professional gap lower. Look what happened. This gap should have told you a lot. Then when it did this, adios. Now again, look how long it took. Days. You day traders out there, you miss this action because you can't identify a top and wait. And look what happens. It pays off. It pays off. Novice gap, professional gap, it pays off. That's trading. If you were zoomed in, ultra focused, I hate it for you because you're missing out on big moves. I used to be like that. CCJ. I mean, people on Twitter were just telling me I'm an idiot. I'm like, you guys, again, don't ever look at the monthly charts, do you? What did we say? The 50% fib in the zone. It acted as support, broke it, gone. Resistance, kind of resistance, not so much. Resistance. Again, muscle memory. Just don't forget it. And the 50% fib, look what happened. Fail. Keep in mind, we were expecting commodity weakness because everything was painting a picture. This wasn't one chart. I hope people see that. This wasn't one chart. Look what happened. You have this doji. Again, you had opportunity yesterday to short this, and then wham. Goodbye. Now again, where do you buy it? Pray. Now again, this is what's great. If you learn to swing trade correctly and you take profits on big moves, even if you're not short, you just want to see mass carnage. You want to shake out as many people. You want to see your favorite stock that you rode up get absolutely slammed to resistance, not go into the ground, because if they're going out of business or something bad, like obviously, no, we leave them the fuck alone. But if your favorite commodity company is pulling back 20, 30, 40%, just because the whole sector is, and they're a good company, you love it. You absolutely love it. Let's get into Mosaic and CF, because this is another one. It's kind of like XOP. We're topping out. I can see the action. We're stretched. Again, I start on the monthly. I said this kind of move, remember, it was green all the way up to 80. Like, be careful. It's way too much, way too fast, straight line. Now look. Boom. 20-day breaks. Adios. I thought it would happen here. Clearly, I'm wrong. I tell people this all the time. Don't assume I'm always right. But how about we move that to right there? And now the action. This is hard, but this is like keep in mind, like, look at the stock. Nice and smooth, choppy, up, pulls back.
That move in itself, again, I know it's based on Ukraine, all this bullshit going on in Russia. I get that. But this move is not sustainable, y'all. That's what I'm trying to warn you. When you see the straight line move, you get nervous. You should get absolutely nervous and start taking profit. You shouldn't get bold and stupid like everybody else. Everyone else is this is rising, going, there's no way I can lose. No way I can lose. I'm making free money. This is so easy. Trading is so easy. I'm been trading 3 months or 3 years, and I think this is so easy. That's when you start taking profits, selling covered calls, and hedging. Boom, fail. Now what? Now that we basically can confirm that this thing has topped. All right, there you go. Look at it in the 50s. And if you get the 50s, I think Mosaic is a buy. CF, same thing. Tried to warn folks. No one's looking at the monthlies. No one but Dan said, look at the channel. Hold on. I didn't draw it right. Oopsies. Sorry. Look at the channel high. We said this is dangerous. This isn't healthy action. This is blow off top action. Notice how when it previously rose ahead, chop, months long wick, chop, 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 then notice the straight line move. You want this smooth and steady if you're a bull because it can go higher. Straight line moves, dangerous. Everything's like Tesla. Anyway, we're going fast, but doesn't matter. Let's get into... All right, we're back. Sorry about that. CF, yeah, same thing. Monthly, look at this. We said watch this action. It was, I don't know how to say it's bullish or bearish without people being very polarized. Again, I put it in probability terms. I'm like, nice, smooth, ride the wave. Oh boy. So rubber band man, stretched, pulls back, stretches, can't get that high. Stretches a little more and it'll slam it back. That's how that works. That's the rubber band man theory. Once you stretch the rubber band so far, it's coming back. Let's draw some fibs. Let's get this going. I apologize. Again, this is going to be a long video, but if you're not learning from this stuff, that's on you. And again, I know most people can't absorb it because it's literally the thing is you can give people the easy answer and they'll still fuck it up. Thinking about it in everyday life. I mean, you can tell people how to get rich, they won't do it. You can tell people how to get in real estate, they won't do it. You can tell them how to be a better parent, father, husband, whatever. They don't do it. Get on a diet. They won't do it. Same thing with trading here. You're getting a lot of good, great free information, but I doubt 90% of you can execute it. But, you know, it doesn't stop me from trying. Let's get into tech because this has been the easiest shit ever to short. We identified the 120 area to start shorting, sold covered calls or sold naked calls, then shorted it and boom, took half off here and now we're letting it ride. Again, I want to add, I don't add on these baby bounces. I want to see a big bounce to add to my short if it's going to bounce. And if it doesn't, where does AMD go? Where does it go? No, we already know that. If you're watching the previous videos, we're looking at the 70-80 range. Will we get there soon? I guess. But what did I say? This is dangerous. Straight line moves. Oh, look at that. It actually had an upper channel and a head and shoulders top. This is all predictable, y'all. This was all predictable. And if you couldn't see this, I am sorry. But the future is bright if you're willing to learn. Apple talked about this. I mean, I apologize for the sloppy chart. We like the short here. We like the short here. It went a little higher. We knew this was dangerous. Remember, straight line moves, y'all. Dangerous. Dangerous, dangerous. Took profits down here. We saw the retest. Again, thought earnings coming, it could pop. And again, when we looked at this action, it wasn't in a vacuum. We looked at the SPY, the Qs, and it looked like it was going to bounce. You could have shorted the 20-day. I did not add today. I've been so distracted with commodity stuff because that's the easy areas, and then I missed the SPY. I don't care. I'm not gonna cry about it because I know that I can identify the stuff and I'll make money later. Not worry about it. Not gonna chase it either, but I will wait because guess what? Apple has earnings, and if it pulls a Tesla kind of pop, please call me, hit me up because we will be shorting it. MicroStrategy said watch Bitcoin. It's breaking the 50-day. Said it was gonna get back to this channel if it did. So far, if you're a MicroStrategy bull, this is not the action you want to look for, but you need to see it hold the channel lows. If you can't hold channel low, run so far away. Yeah, Roblox. Man, I like this company. I just feel bad in that if the tech bubble bursted up there, again, we talked about shorting this action. We said this is not sustainable. Then you got this, and then watch the retest of lows. I mean, this is a company where it might be like Facebook, where long term it is around and it builds off of a base, because people were buying Facebook post IPO at pretty low prices and then it went. Maybe this is the Roblox pop that flops that, again, will lead later to better pricing for Roblox stock. I don't think it's going to be an independent standalone company. I think it will get bought at some point. With that said, I don't know for sure. Just be safe. Tesla, I've said this was the nice smooth. This was the end. This is the retest and fail. Here is the retest of the trend and fail. Nice work. It gaps up today on earnings, which, again, I said it in yesterday's video, non-GAAP finance accounting rules. Elon and his company are the best at it. Again, if you look at their GAAP numbers, they're always not great. Their non-GAAP are all credits and a bunch of other bullshit. I guess credits can be considered generally accepted accounting principles, but I'm not an accountant anymore. I don't study that shit anymore because I don't give a crap about fundamentals, because you ultimately realize the stocks are going to do what they're going to do. But I do know that they are making money off of government credits. And how long and how sustainable is that? I don't know. I like Elon. I hope he buys Twitter, because that would be awesome. That would make people's heads explode. I like to see carnage like that, in the sense that the people that are against buying Twitter, it's fucked up. He should be able to buy whatever he wants. All right, here we go. PENN Gaming, 20-day fail. Sorry. EXPI, this one pains me a lot, because I know I'm making money in other places, but I know we're killing it. I have a listing with 30 showings. Real estate is not dead. Literally 30 showings going on right now, potentially, or scheduled for a house on a property over $1 million. Housing market is not dead. We are doing well. EXPI will survive all of this. How low do we go? Again, this is why we always reference the monthly. If it gets down to 10, that'll hurt. Again, I've got some in my, they pay out stock for rewards. I've got a bunch of that. I own some stock also in the 20 range, and I'm just going to hold on to it. I mean, I should probably call it, but I think we're going to get bought out at some point. If not, something's going on. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. We might be too big to be bought out now, agent-wise. Anyway, another rant, another time, another story. UTHR. We've said this stock has been acting bullish. It's the only one that I really kind of think. We had a W here. Let me draw it for you. This is a W. We like W's, especially when they have lower lows on the right one and then rip right back, because that's typically bullish. And then we said watch out for the 100, 200 day. Now it's chopping. Said watch the 50, 20 day cross. Held bullish, bearish. Nah, not really sure. Let's get into steel real quick, because we're going to end it on oil. Where are my steel names? Where are you guys at? Nucor. Because again, let's keep an eye on this. This is absolutely bearish as fuck, this chart. If you don't know why, please listen in. You go from 87 to $188. How funny is that? Almost 187. This is a strong move. This candle right here is the get the fuck out of this stock candle. They had great earnings. They're anticipating great earnings. Is it priced in? This would say yes. This long wick, this action to me is absolutely bearish. Now again, you go, oh, it's a green candle. Okay. Well, keep in mind today, all the news is great, right? Like, they're killing it. Everyone loves them. Everyone's amazing. Look at this opening 10-minute doji. Someone had the capacity to stop that move. They saw the orders all line up positive. Whee! Someone had the capacity to stop it with volume, selling into the chasers, then it floats higher, and then just doom. There's no buyers. That's the exhaustion blow off buy. Hope that helps. Again, commodities are all in the same boat. Nucor was a good one to pull up. If Nucor starts to fade, keep in mind all your favorite commodity names. XOP. This has been a hard one to short, but I mean, I literally I drew the top right there. Boom. Yesterday, because I thought I was going to top, but here's really why. Again, if you see this repeating pattern, I start on the monthly, stop being silly, and start on the hourly or the 2 hour, the 4 hour. Talked about IPO price, the 100 month, and the 0.382 is in play. I mean, look at that. We barely got through it. 0.382 hit, bam. Started shorting. We hit the 20 day. So here's the key. We started shorting the 140s. Y'all know, y'all been around. 20-day. If the 20-day breaks, which wouldn't you consider this a bearish signal? I mean, look at it. It just wiped out weeks of gains. Expanding volume. You see it there. Bearish. ExxonMobil going into earnings. Everybody loves ExxonMobil. Nice upgrade today. Oh, it's going to 100. Everybody loves it. Problem is that somebody had the capacity to literally shit all over an upgrade. You see an upgrade shit on at the highs. That's a buddy pass. I call it a buddy pass. If you don't know what that is, come out of the Discord room. It's literally where brokers upgrade a stock so that someone else can sell it and dump and unload into the retail buying. Again, if you're in drip, hopefully you got it in the 19 to 20 range. We talked about it was a gift. You don't know when this thing is going to bottom, but the risk was worth the reward. We've been in this and seen this thing go moonshotting. I don't know if it's going to moonshot, but it's worth the risk. Sorry for the long video, but not really sorry, because this is education. If you love this stuff, you can watch this content and really feel like you're learning something and expanding your mind. Slap a like on it. I appreciate it. Subscribe if this is your first time watching. Check out the Discord room. All this stuff is here for your benefit. I do these videos because I love talking about it. I think it's fascinating because it helps me review everything mentally. Because again, I look at all these stocks because I don't look at the market in a vacuum. There's so many moving pieces, and so you have to be very aware of the moving pieces. And if you're not, it's very easy to look at this and just go, well, oil's just going higher forever. XOP is going to the moon. No, you don't see the bigger picture because you never zoom out. And again, keep in mind, we literally called the bottom down here on the double bottom. And if you bought it in the low 30s or in the low 40s, 30s, man, you did pretty good. Again, I didn't catch that whole move. Whatever, doesn't matter. I honestly sold it way too early. Note to self, yeah, we sold it right here, and then it ended up backing up just a little and then went moonshotting. But I didn't even get back here. Like, this is what's so funny. Sorry to expand this video. Look how technical this thing is. Support equals resistance. Look what resistance became. It became support. Anyway, that's the whole video. Again, I talk about that in the Discord room. I love you guys. I appreciate everybody. Days like today, you'd be very thankful you're making money, even though the market dropping, because guess what? Bulls make money, bears make money, suckers get murdered, pigs get slaughtered. That never ends. Buy the rumor, sell the news. All these little things that we talk about, they matter. Talk to you later.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.